Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Beulah and this is my channel Build with Beulah. So if today is your first time looking at my video, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, also welcome. So do not forget to like my videos and subscribe at the end of the video, okay? Thumbs up and support your girl, alright? So today we'll be talking about calories. I know most times when we are like trying to get to our fitness goals, everybody tells you eat so and so calories, eat this and that calories, and most times you don't have enough information about calories. You'll be like confused. What am I supposed to do with these numbers? So I'm here to break it down for you and give you the simplest version, well, that I can muster. So welcome. So let's get started. So what are calories? Calories are simply units of energy. When we eat food like rice, beans, potatoes, whatever it is we like to eat, the energy we consume from that food is usually measured in either calories or kilojoules. All right, so when you buy something like biscuits or like something in the mall or in the grocery store, when you look at the food label, you see that they usually calculate it on the daily average intake of 2,000 calories. So it's assumed that averagely a full-grown adult needs about 2,000 calories. That's average, but then it differs from people also depending on your goal, your size, your muscle mass, what your target is. So the calories can also differ, but let's work with 2,000 calorie average for now. All right, guys. So let me give you an example. I love ginger nuts, so forgive me why I'm using ginger nuts. So if you get on this sachet now, this packet of ginger nuts, you'll see here that it's calculated here. So now you can see per biscuit it contains 46 calories. Per 100 grams it contains 456 calories. Just to give you an average intake, because when we are talking about weight loss or weight gain, it's usually based on energy input. So if you're trying to, let me drop this, if you're trying to lose weight, what your target should be, the energy output should be more than energy input. That means the food you are taking in and the energy your body is churning out should be more. And if you're trying to increase your weight, it means that the food you should be taking in and the energy you're putting out, that's from exercise, breathing, just being a regular human being, would be lesser. Okay, so that's why sometimes when you hear people talking about fitness, they just tell you if you want to lose weight, eat less and move more. Though honestly, it's not that simple, because there are lots of science that goes into it. There's a basic metabolic rate, there's energy that you burn from just doing household chores, there's energy you burn from digesting food, there's all that to take into account. So it's not just about eating less and moving more if you're trying to lose weight. And if you're trying to gain weight, it's not just eating more food. You have to know what you're eating, the calories, the fats, the carbohydrates that you're eating. So all these are what make up like our total energy intake and expenditure for the day. All right, so let's talk about energy intake. That's the food we eat. Most times when we're talking about food, people always tell you to, if you're trying to lose weight, avoid this food. Don't eat chocolates, don't eat white bread, don't eat too much fruit, that they will make you gain weight. Well, I do see their point, but that's not the totality of the matter. The totality of the matter is the calorie intake. Okay, you can eat pizza, bread, whatever it is that you love eating, so far is within your calorie goals. Okay, and also I don't like to categorize foods as good food or bad food. I like to say nutritious food and less nutritious food, because some food might not be as nutritious, but they're your comfort foods, you know. They help you feel better if you're having a bad day, you know. So I won't like to put those food as bad food, like ice cream. I love ice cream. If you tell me I should not eat ice cream, so of course I'm going to have a problem. So there's things like that, okay? But so far you're eating all these things in line with your calorie goals, all right? So how do you get your calorie goals? If you haven't looked at my previous video, please check it out. I talked about how to get your calories goal, but I'm just going to repeat it again for people that haven't seen it. So to get your average calories that you should be eating, maybe for weight loss, for example, let's say I'm trying to lose weight and I exercise, maybe I go to the gym 2 to 3 or 4 times a week. I will take my weight in pounds, not in kgs, in pounds. Take your weight in pounds, then multiply it by 10 if you are not a very active person. But if you're an active person, you work a stressful job, you're fit most of the time, and you hit your daily step count of 8,000 to maybe 10,000 or something, just a rough number, you're very active, you multiply it by 11. So you will get that number. Don't forget your weight in pounds by your activity factor. So that's either 10 if you're not very active, or 11 if you're an active person. Multiply it, then you will have the total number of calories to eat to achieve your goal, if your goal is weight loss. If your goal is weight gain, maybe you're trying to build more muscle, because sometimes I went through a bulking phase where I needed to add a bit of muscle mass on my frame, so I had to eat more than my daily calorie goals. So you have what I did was multiply my weight in pounds by 13. All right, so the number actually matters. 13 if you're trying to gain weight, 11 if you're trying to lose weight. All right, so you don't want to have too much difference in your calories, because you're aiming for a deficit of 300 to 500 from the average 2000 if you're trying to shrink. But then if you're a bigger person, maybe you're consuming 4,000, 3,500 calories, and you take out 500 from it, that's still 3,000, 2,500 calories a day. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you have any more questions, please don't forget to put it in the comment section. I'll be willing to answer such questions, okay? So back to what I was saying. So like I said earlier, that we don't want to categorize food as good and bad food. We like to categorize them as nutritious and less nutritious food. So when you're talking about food like carbohydrates, for example, carbohydrates is our main source of energy, right? And most times when we consume excess carbohydrate, it's stored as glucose in the body, right? Chemistry. But if you didn't do chemistry well, it's okay, there's no crime in that. So that's just basically it. And if we eat too much fat, it gets stored in our body, and so does protein. Protein is broken down to amino acid or something like that. I know I'm sounding too scientific. Anyway, as I was saying, so these are the three main macros where we get our nutrients from. They're either carbohydrates, protein, and fat. But the thing is, when you're trying to maybe lose weight, we tell you to eat a lot of protein. The reason is because your body, I talked about how your body burns energies, right? So one of the way is through breaking down of food. If your diet is high in protein, your body spends a lot of energy trying to break down protein, rather than eat food when you are consuming high carbohydrate or high fat diet. Do you understand? So that way is a way of biohacking yourself of some sort to burn more calories at rest. I'm not saying you should not be eating carbs. Oh God, I love carbs. Please eat your carbs, okay? Especially if you're going to the gym, you need that energy to fuel your workout. So carbs are your friend. All right. So, but then the body spends lesser energy trying to digest carbs and fats. Well, that does not mean you should not be eating them. You need all that. So protein keeps you full. Fats gives you a balanced blood sugar level because you have a steady energy, and protein will help you repair your worn out tissues, right? Recover from all the muscle tears from working out, and help you build more muscles. So those three are very essential to your diet. All right. So that's just the basic summary of energy intake, as easy I can try to explain it. So when you are watching your diet, tracking your food, like me personally, I aim to consume about 150 grams of protein. And how do you get the total amount of protein you should be consuming? Well, your weight in pounds times 0.8 or just 1, depending. If you're trying to build more muscle, if you're trying to maintain where you are right now, you can multiply by 0.8. But so the value you get between 0.8 and 1, that's 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. That's averagely where the sweet spot lies. I don't usually track my carbs really, because, well, so far I'm eating everything I want, getting my protein, because I feel that's really, really important, and it's all within my daily calorie goal for the day. I think you should be good, all right, if you're maintaining, if you're losing weight, or if you're bulking, all right? So energy expenditure, I talked about in energy intake. Energy expenditure, just calories that we burn. For example, if you run for 30 minutes on a treadmill or outside, average you burn 100 calories. So in terms of weight loss, for example, I'm talking about weight loss because, well, a lot of people want to get to a certain weight, so that's why it's very common. So in terms of weight loss now, if you're trying to lose weight, I wouldn't advise people to focus on burning as much calories as they can during exercise. Don't get me wrong, exercise is wonderful. You should exercise, lift your weights, do all those things. But if you're trying to bring down your calories to lose weight, you should focus more on the diet aspect of it. All right, maybe shave off 300 calories from a total calorie intake, you will see more results rather than trying to burn, because it will take you like hours to just burn 300 calories in the gym. But if you just not eat that chocolate bar, for example, that contains 300 calories, you're good. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's easier actually to hack your diet than to hack your exercise in terms of achieving your goals. All right. So this is basically just a summary of it. But if you have more questions, just do put it in the comment section. I'll be willing to answer that questions for you, all right, and clarify as much as I can in terms of calories. So don't forget, carbs are not your enemy, fats are not your enemy. Just make sure whatever food you like, be it ice cream, pizza, how many calories does it thing I'm eating contain, and does it fit into my daily calories? So that is what you should be focusing on. All right, so thank you so much guys for listening to me. Do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you notice when I put out more videos. So thank you so much.